were even the intimacy coordinator in some of your scenes. Like, we saw you.
That shouldn't be happening, by the way. I just want to be clear that you should not be the intimacy coordinator. You should definitely hire intimacy coordinators, which we did have.
Well,
thank
you
goodness.
were teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you
love
seen
that.
this?
That
I
clip?
actually just saw it too. It was on Instagram yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, you know, romance is really important. You're supposed to, you know, tell a story well and make people feel, but you're also supposed to do it in a way that, is like safe and respectful for all. So yeah, I guess that's the role of intimacy coordination. But yeah, when I think of my involvement in the film, I don't really see that as the thing that I did.
The judge overseeing a legal battle between actress Blake Lively and director Justin Baldoni has threatened to move up their trial date if the war of words they are conducting via the media doesn't stop.
The legal battle between actress Blake Lively and director Justin Baldoni has taken a dramatic turn, with the judge overseeing the case threatening to expedite the trial if the two parties don't stop engaging in a public war of words through the media. Conflict centers around some allegedly explosive tapes that Justin Baldoni is rumored to possess, footage that could, according to insiders, potentially destroy Blake's marriage to actor Ryan Reynolds. These tapes are said to contain serious revelations about Blake and Justin's complicated relationship, a dynamic that might send shockwaves through Hollywood if the truth is ever fully revealed. But is all this intense drama just a calculated publicity stunt, or is Justin Baldoni about to drop a bombshell that could upend everything? The leaked text messages and voice memos that have recently surfaced suggest the latter, and they're raising more than a few eyebrows. These messages weren't part of the official legal filings, making the whole situation even more salacious. What's more, the messages provide insight into Blake and Justin's behind-the-scenes relationship, exposing a host of secrets that threaten to blow the lid off the entire case. Adding to the intrigue is footage from the set of their film project, where Blake can be seen contradicting much of what she previously claimed in her lawsuit. This footage, which is reportedly being held back for trial, could severely damage Blake's credibility. In fact, some commentators are already speculating that Blake could be headed down the same road as Amber Heard, who faced significant backlash after her legal dispute with Johnny Depp unraveled in the court of public opinion. However, things get even wilder when you consider that Blake allegedly used her connections to Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds to pressure Justin and Sony Pictures. According to reports, Blake threatened to use her vast celebrity influence, including her social media following, to withhold promotion for the movie if the production company didn't give in to her demands. This gambit, which was supposed to ensure she had control over the film, seems to have backfired spectacularly. To further complicate matters, Blake and Justin's legal skirmish isn't just about—
I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I am a very flawed man, as my wife will attest. And and I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna piss you off, probably, but I will always apologize and find my way back to center.
hurt feelings or a failed collaboration. There's a lot more at stake, and many believe that the underlying motivation for both parties revolves around power and control over a massive film franchise. Before we dive deeper into the drama, let's take a look at how the entire conflict began. Back in 2019, popular author Colleen Hoover sold the movie rights to her best-selling novel to Justin Baldoni. At the time, it seemed like an ideal partnership. Colleen was involved in the script, and the collaboration between her and Justin was strong. They even appeared to be good friends, promoting the film together despite the chaos that would later ensue. Colleen was so involved that she reportedly suggested Justin play one of the key roles in the film, and the two worked closely on the project. Then, everything changed. As soon as Blake entered the picture, tensions began to rise. Initially, Blake and Justin appeared to have a good working relationship. Blake was even complimentary of Justin's directorial style, thanking him for his hard work and allowing him to make certain creative decisions early in production. But as filming progressed, Blake started to make more and more demands. Sources close to the production revealed that Blake wanted more control over the movie's direction and
We are just such similar people already that I actually didn't feel like I had to do that much to tap into those mannerisms.
I'm moving to Capri and Isabella's gonna take over my whole life
Yeah.
now. Because I realize I can just peace and no one will notice.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It'll just be me from
She's
now
inherited
on.
4 children, an amazing husband. This is gonna be great.
script, eventually sidelining Justin from key decisions. What started as creative collaboration devolved into a power struggle, and Blake was determined to come out on top. Blake eventually filed a lawsuit against Justin, accusing him of crossing boundaries during filming, particularly in intimate scenes. According to her complaint, Justin would frequently improvise during their scenes, allegedly kissing her more than what was scripted. Blake's legal team claims this made her uncomfortable, and she felt that Justin was taking liberties with his role as both actor and director. However, leaked footage from the set has raised questions about the validity of these claims. The footage, which has been leaked to the press but not yet entered into the court record, shows a very different narrative. In the clips, both Blake and Justin appear to be in good spirits, laughing and joking between takes. Blake is even seen giving Justin direction on how to make the scenes more romantic. This discrepancy between Blake's lawsuit and the behind-the-scenes footage has led many to wonder if the allegations were exaggerated for legal leverage. The footage also suggests that Blake had far more control over the intimacy scenes than she initially let on, and when she had the opportunity to praise Justin's work, she avoided doing so. But this isn't just a case of he said, she said. Justin Baldoni's legal team has been meticulous in documenting the timeline of events and gathering evidence to refute Blake's claims. They've compiled a dossier of over 168 pages of emails, text messages, and WhatsApp conversations that directly contradict Blake's version of events. These communications show that while Blake was privately expressing her gratitude and admiration for Justin, she was simultaneously working behind the scenes to undermine him. The heart of this conflict is a power struggle between two Hollywood heavyweights, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. And it seems Blake wasn't afraid to pull out all the stops to ensure she came out on top. Allegedly, she roped in her A-list friends, including Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, to pressure Justin and Sony Pictures into giving her more control over the project. The message was clear. If Blake didn't get what she wanted, she'd leverage her massive social media following and celebrity status to withhold promotion for the film. One of the more shocking revelations involves an incident where Blake and Ryan reportedly summoned Justin to their penthouse for a confrontation. During the meeting, Ryan allegedly accused Justin of fat-shaming Blake after Justin privately asked her trainer about her weight. While Justin's request was related to a scene that involved him lifting Blake, an entirely reasonable inquiry for the purposes of safe choreography, Ryan apparently flew off the handle, accusing Justin of body-shaming his wife. Blake, for her part, seized on this moment to further accuse Justin of inappropriate behavior. According to sources, this meeting was a turning point in their relationship and marked the beginning of the downward spiral that led to the current legal battle. Blake's lawsuit wasn't just about the alleged improprieties on set, it was also part of a larger strategy to gain control over the film's sequel. With the success of the first movie, the prospect of a follow-up was highly lucrative. While Justin technically owns the rights to the sequel, Blake's maneuvering suggests she had her sights set on taking over the directorial reins. And to do that, she needed Justin out of the picture. There's speculation that Blake's lawsuit and the accompanying media blitz were designed to trigger a morality clause in Justin's contract with Sony Pictures. If Justin were found guilty of harassment or causing reputational damage to the film, the rights to the sequel could revert to Sony or even Colleen Hoover. In that case, Blake could step in as the director of the sequel, allowing her to call the shots on what is sure to be a highly profitable project. It's a savvy move, considering the massive success of the first film and the potential for a blockbuster follow-up. Adding to the complexity is Blake's ability to rally key players in Hollywood to her side. Colleen Hoover, who had once been close friends with Justin, appears to have switched allegiances after Blake gained control of the editing process. The fact that Colleen publicly supported Blake on social media after the lawsuit was filed only added fuel to the fire. But the question remains, Why would Colleen, who had praised Justin's script and worked closely with him during the early stages of production, suddenly turn against him? The answer, it seems, may lie in the power dynamics of Hollywood. As more information comes to light, it's becoming increasingly clear that Blake Lively has been playing a masterful game behind the scenes. From using her celebrity connections to manipulate the narrative to controlling the film's editing process, Blake has positioned herself as both the victim and the victor in this ongoing saga. Her ability to control the narrative, both publicly and privately, has allowed her to maintain the upper hand in the court of public opinion. One of the most telling aspects of this power play is how Blake managed to alienate Justin from the cast and crew. Despite the fact that Justin was the one who cast Isabella Ferrer in the role of young Lily, it was Blake who ultimately took credit for the decision. Blake's friendship with Taylor Swift played a significant role in convincing the production team that Isabella was the perfect fit for the part, and Justin's contributions were all but erased from the conversation. By the time the film premiered, Isabella was firmly in Blake's camp, attending red carpet events with Blake and Ryan while seemingly ignoring Justin's role in her casting. Blake's influence didn't stop there. She also managed to sway Colleen Hoover, whose initial support for Justin waned as Blake gained more control over the project. With Colleen and the cast on her side, Blake effectively isolated Justin, making it nearly impossible for him to defend himself without appearing combative. This strategic isolation has been one of the key factors in Blake's ability to control the narrative, and it's a tactic that has proven highly effective. With the sequel to the film already in the works, the stakes couldn't be higher for both Blake and Justin. While Justin technically retains the rights to the follow-up, Blake's legal maneuvering could jeopardize his position. If the morality clause in Justin's contract is triggered, it could pave the way for Blake to take over as director, giving her complete control over the franchise. As for Justin, he's not backing down without a fight. His legal team has been gathering evidence to support his case, and they're preparing to argue that Blake's allegations are not only exaggerated but also part of a larger scheme to wrest control of the project away from him. The leaked text messages, emails, and behind-the-scenes footage paint a very different picture from the one Blake has presented, and Justin's team is confident that this evidence will clear his name. But with Blake's powerful allies and her skillful manipulation of the media, Justin faces an uphill battle. Court of public opinion is often as important as the legal one in Hollywood, and right now, Blake seems to have the upper hand. Whether Justin can turn the tide remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: this legal battle is far from over. As the trial date looms and new information continues to leak, the drama between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is only heating up. With so much at stake, including the future of a lucrative film franchise, the battle for control is likely to get even more intense.